Well, well, well. Just look what the cat dragged in. Pay attention. This village is under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right?
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please
Don't be causing trouble, all right?
Look, for the 100th time, we're here to protect civilians and get this mess sorted out.
Oh,
Orders be blown.
get a lot sorted out by kicking the elderly out of their homes, do you?
You know what the captain said? We have to move anybody vulnerable inside the inner perimeter.
Vulnerable? The bloody cheek of you! Ah, at least the outlaws have the common decency to rub us blind and not tell us it's for our own bloody good.
Right, listen to me, you old knout. Orders is orders. You obey orders, or it's the jug for you.
You'd never took us in the prison. I'd die there. You'd never.
Watch me. You should be thanking us for protecting you. You know that?
Aye, I suppose so.
You suppose so? Let me hear you say it.
Thank you. Thank you for protecting us.
That's better. Now gather your tat and get out.
Let's not have any trouble. Outlaws sniffing around the village.
Addressing civilian! Stand back, citizen!
Citizens of
Give
Wyndham,
me cheek and I'll
there has
chop
been
the
an
bastard.
increase in
Orders be blown.
on Flattened Dale. Avoid Flattened Dale until the
You have secured an atomic battery. This is good. You do not need to see why it is good. You will require more atomic batteries. You will require them for the interchange.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
trespass is a serious offense.
So I said to him, "Where's my gun?"
Why here of all places? If they'd resolved to do something so awful, why in the church?
Some bugger, pardon my French, wanted to make a scene, sir.
And doom us all in the process. If the captain and his minions find out... Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please. So it seems. To visit this sort of thing upon the church is pure wickedness. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here. All I can concern myself with right now is keeping this quiet. I must decide what to do about this before any soldier wanders in. I would suggest you let all this lie too. The matter is best left to the village to handle. All too many a reason, I'm sad to say. There are certain beliefs around here. Harmless before the disaster, but since, with the protocol now imposing their law, it has all become somewhat tribal. Maisie here must have got mixed up in something. The weapon that was used to, a peculiar choice. It puts me in mind of those debauched druids out in the woods. Well, we call them druids. I'm not sure what they call themselves. The disaster seems to have fostered the return of some distinctly atavistic, indeed thoroughgoing pagan sentiments around here. The following sprang up in Casterfell Woods shortly after, in the ruins of an old castle, and has since bloomed into a vicious cult. Certain death. That's what you'll be met with if you choose to enter the woods. I advise you to stay well away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out.
What do you want? I had naught to do with Maisie's death, I swear, in God's name. And neither did the vicar. He's a good man. If this gets back to the soldiers, they'll cart him and me both off to jail. We had naught to do with it. I always liked Maisie. She probably got on the wrong side of someone on account of her. But you should leave. This is village business, and none of yours. Like I said, this is none of your business, stranger. If you want to play detective, stick to the crime scene. Leave us bystanders alone.
You'll do the right thing, I'm sure. God go with you.
Any breach of this regulation
Hands
is
away from
punishable
any
by
weapons,
death.
you.
It's a wonder we haven't all gone mad with it.
Oh, I wouldn't mind so much if I had a bit more sunshine.
Is someone there?
Bloody fuss over nothing.
Spineless bastard. They've gone. Nothing. Best keep me guard up.
Not sure I like the look of you. One more city, and I top the bastard.
Behave yourself, Civvy.
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Now, in normal times, I'm sure your local folklore and beliefs might all seem very quaint and harmless. But these are not normal times. This area is under martial law, and I will not tolerate your casual heresies. The next person we catch flouting this ban will be lucky if they just end up in internment. I would remind you that the protocol is here for a reason. It is here to be obeyed. Dismissed. Well.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember,
Not sure about
strangers
it.
may be dangers.
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? Really? Well, you're not the first amnesiac I've seen since things went awry. Trauma does strange things to people. In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it. Post haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. Perhaps we can continue this little chat in the village hall. Very good. Follow me. Am I caught from my speech? I'm afraid the villages often require our rules to be drawn.
Citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Report early. The contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant. Be safe.
Please, God, Let the CO put me on the patrol roster. I can't stand this miserable shithole of a village much longer.
Keep your nose clean.
They'd better start showing me a bit of respect, or there'll be trouble.
You're here. It's time we got down to brass tacks, wouldn't you say? I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. This isn't Scarborough, with holidaymakers just swanning about the place. No, being a visitor here puts you in a very unique position. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside. Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given. So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know? Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways. I'm glad to hear it. The civilians in this village are a shady lot, resistant to discipline and up to no good. I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious. Yes, what is it? There's been a what? Sergeant, take a squad to the church at once. And the culprit? Surely not the vicar. Good Lord! One cannot even trust a man of God in this place. Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads. I'm delighted to hear it. Your assistance is appreciated. I shan't forget it. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. To be blunt, as a stranger, You're in a perfect position to help me with a delicate matter. I'm delighted to hear it. We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow, one of the scientists from the research site. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly returned as part of a military convoy. More fool her. Dr. Garrow is dangerous, very clever, and egotistical enough to believe herself a magnitude cleverer yet. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop to Gestapo methods to force her. But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll talk to a stranger who plainly isn't beholden to the protocol. Ideally not. She's a willful one, our Dr. Garrow, and responds badly to demands. Show some finesse, if you can. Be friendly, helpful. Shower her with blandishments, whatever you need to get her to talk. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machinery we've commandeered. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. It was an hour before we found her, trying to get access to one of the old barred bunkers. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. She left us no choice but to take her into custody, isolated in solitary confinement, where she can't play her tricks. My men claim she muttered some incantation, and that caused the gun turrets to shut off. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic, but when she was captured, all they found on her was a broken radio. And now I don't know what to think. So you see, I need to know how she did it. What trick she uses to disable our machines. I trust you'll do your best. Our arrangement will depend on your success, naturally. Here, this pass will give you free passage throughout the Skethermore camp. The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section, too. All the way to Garrow's cell. Learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report to me in person. But be warned, one hint of betrayal, and that pass will not save you. I hope I make myself clear. That is a very dangerous word to be bandying about. I suggest you forget you've ever heard it. Whatever evil the scientists had hidden in there, it has wrought havoc on this place. So no one goes near the substation, understood? Anyone trespassing there will be shot.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
An actual murder. About time something instant happened around here.
I feel like I'm a detective in an Agatha Christie.
What? The acid bath killer?
You what?
Those murders a few years back in Notting Hill.
Nothing. Bloody hell, mate. That's Reginald Christie, and he didn't do the acid bath. That was somebody else. What's his name? Haig.
Oh. So, who did this Agatha Christie kill?
I know great detectives are supposed to have idiots for sidekicks, but God love us, mate. Toe the line, you.
Don't be causing trouble, all right?
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slatton Hill.
Forget it.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scattermore. Work out to help out.
Oh, who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh? Well, not that there's anything wrong with it if you did, it's just... Well, never mind. Now let me know if you're looking to buy something. Oh, well, they get into everybody's business, bunch of busybodies digging around until they find all your secrets. But I've got nothing to hide, nothing at all. I haven't. My, well, that's good to know. But I can hardly trust a stranger, can I? I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. He did he? So you've sided with the protocol, eh? Bloody soldiers, always digging around trying to find your secrets. Well, like I said, you won't get nothing out of me. Bye now.
Move on, you lot. You're never gonna make your salvage boat a arsing around like this. Do as you're told, right? You lot safe? So stop your blaming and moaning and get on with it.
But look at this lot. You expecting Genghis bloody Khan or something?
Addressing civilian.
You're welcome to go and have a look at the citizen. Get a little taste, maybe, of what's out there.
Let's not have any trouble.
A new customer. How'd you do? Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? Aye, well, I can hazard a guess. Our little Napoleon, the captain that is, he keeps an eye out for folk like you. A stranger might be important. And if you're important, then that's another stepping stone out of the zone, isn't it? Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Morris Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer if you fancy. Oh, you'd have to ask him that yourself. I'll leave that pleasure to you. Me, I'm happy here in the shop, where I never have to look at the man. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did, anyhow. Ours not to reason why, eh? You sound just like one of them. Listen, a word to the wise, eh? I'm here today not because I've learned to get by with the soldiers, but in spite of them. The village needs to stick together. The protocol is a curse to be born, not somewhat to sympathize with. Oh. Not too interested in those. Common stuff, that. Thank you. Call again. Get new stock in now and then, so come back any time. I might have something new for you.
No, no!
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on schedule.
Do as you're told, right?
Not sure about you.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blown. Stay to this. There's someone here. Hell's teeth.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality.
Oi, oi, what was that? Not there at all. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll... Hands away from any weapons, you.
Onwards, onwards.
Be vigilant. Be safe.
First thing I'm doing when they take that wall down is going on holiday. Southport, maybe. Maybe somewhere exotic. Like real.
What have you done, you monster? You asked for this.
London moves. I think they've gone.
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help. Welcome, and help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
Wish the CO would just let me show him what I can do. We're getting nothing done here.
Watch your step.
A new customer, how do? Not often we're seeing new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Fountains of beer, dancing girls, and the finest cuisine in the land. Well, we've got some beer. And I found a pickled onion in a jar in the back of the cupboard. Seriously, mind, I can get me hands on things. Some pretty hard to find things at that. And feeling that, I can offer conversation. No gossip, mind you. Get locked up for gossip these days. Oh, I think we can manage that. Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now? Lucky? It's not the word I'd use, but we'll learn to live with them. Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means you can do things us regular folk can't. Oh, aye. There were a lady scientist here not so long ago. Dr. Garrow. They say she used to work at the site over the mere. Top dog too, I was told. Managed to get out while the rest of them boffins were trapped in with us. Any road, she turns up here a few months back out of nowhere and starts throwing her weight around. She did something that got the soldiers' backs up, and they stuck her in their jail on Scathamore. I reckon she came back in on one of them army expeditionary convoys. There was talk of one a few months back. First one in years. Got ambushed by outlaws, most likely. Then the doctor popped up. Only survivor, far as I've heard. Out at Slattendale, I were told. Kiss your map, and I'll mark it for you. Not that I'm telling you out, of course. That'd be gossip, and loose lips get you chucked in jail round here. You let me know if there's aught else I can help you with. I suppose I might be able to help a friendly traveller out. What sort of gear did you have in mind? Aye, that's the crux of it. Listen, there's plenty round here. We'll happily trade what you've got for what you need, me included. And feeling that, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and do a bit of scavenging. Get the right bits and bobs together, along with a recipe script to show you the way, and you can make some gear yourself. It's all a bit like being in the Scouts and the Guides these days, except the motto is, don't get killed. Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that. Mayhap I heard rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that. That's as may be. My life depends on you shutting up. I'm sorry, but I absolutely can't help you with that. See you around.